Hello. Um, I just wanted to say that I just heard Elon Musk's actual voice on this thing. Usually he's disguised, but now they have his voice and he has an accent and stuff like that. I'm starting to freaking get frustrated. I don't want to hear his damn voice. It's obvious they're tied to it. I am running out of time to get the message through. I'm running out of time. I wish people would share these videos. It is urgent because it controls all organ functions. These guys are not very nice and they're not polite at all. And they torture all the time. They control my heart. They put it in arrhythmia and stuff like this. This is what they have planned for USA people. It's obvious they have planned it because they have not went public with the facts that they have the intelligence and they have the capabilities. So they're going to use it for gaining gaining assets and stuff like that, because I mean it's obvious it's not research if they pass me around and they're seeking pleasure and stuff like that, and that I'm saying they're the things they say, it's obvious. They're torturing me pretty bad right now. They're using my heart, and Elon was just on. It needs to be made public. People need to start spreading these videos, because I'm telling you the truth. It wasn't, but it's been 4 years, they claim, but it's been about 3 since I've heard them, since they've actually been corresponding. I didn't, it didn't require surgery, okay? And they keep telling people it does. It don't. It takes little to nothing. And I remember about 4 years ago, my ears were bothering me, and I pulled out a giant thing. Okay, I know this is gross, but it was because I think they broke into my inner ear. I was hearing like low sounds and vibrating, and I think that's what caused it to do that. Um, it might have to do with the inner ear. It's probably a lot of damage done to it. I have 8 kids in the state of Indiana. We need help. And there's more kids around here that are going through stuff. I think this started happening about 2016, I think it was. I went to someone's house, and this is what happened. I went to their house, and they put in a DVD. It was a DVD porn, and it gave a list of names off. Well, I hurried up and left there, and I called some people that had my kids, and I called the FBI, and I reported it to the Indiana FBI. And it was about a month later when the murders happened. The names were Liberty German and Abigail Williams, and they were murdered in Delphi. I have a daughter that shares the same name, and it seems like every bit of that was a part of whatever this connection is. I was told that they were sold into torture, but they had the same name as my daughters. And the fact that the FBI didn't contact me afterwards told me a lot. And I actually went not only to I actually called the FBI and reported it, and I went to my neighbors, which their parents were state cops, and I had lived at the apartments behind Mr. Weenie's in Peru, Indiana. And I'm not sure what her name was, but her parents were state cops, and I told her to report it because I was flipping out because of it. I kept thinking there was a child sex ring going on. And then that happened to them little girls in Delphi. They were raped and killed. it got real bad afterwards. And it was like 2018 when this connection like fully kicked in or fully got connected to me. Or 2019, I went to Texas and come back up here, and everything was different. They told me they had equipped everyone in Indiana while I was in Texas. And it started with this Gallahan guy. He started talking to me, and he told me he worked for Bayer, and he was involved with them. But he was telling me like private stuff that only I should have known. And I didn't know, but it had been connecting to him, and that they were doing the speaking for him. And I had went down south, and Elon Musk was down there, and I was supposed to be doing nonprofit work for him. I didn't know that him and Trump had been tied into all that terrorism, and it had been tied into so much. They were both really, really, really wrong and bad for the United States of America. First, Donald Trump has sold us out. He's already admitted that he can declassify by thinking about stuff. That means his connection inwardly. He has a connection inwardly, the same kind of stuff that I have. Only my stuff is way, way, way bad on my health and way, way worse. And he sold me into torture. And him and Elon both profited from it. And there's other places that profited too. And a lot of them are disguised as research centers when really they're trafficking humans and seeking sexual pleasures and stuff like that. It's really gross because I'm married and I may be separated, but I don't prefer that type of life. And our children sure as hell don't. And that's what they sit and talk about on here all the time. I hear them talking about it. I'm not paranoid schizophrenic. I never have been. There was a short period of time where I was going to go for SSI, but I decided not to, and I decided to go to school. I was going to go to school for bioprinting. I wanted to take classes into bioprinting because it was a new thing, and it was bioprinting like organs and stuff like that, or epigenetics. I was definitely capable until they equipped me with a disability. Is basically what they've done, so they can make assets off of me. They've done it to kids, and they've done it to a lot of people without their awareness. Like, they lay dormant for a while with me, so I didn't even know they were there. They did remove my inner voice. I have no inner voice. It's them that correspond inwardly. It is torture that they sell. They actually give people the opportunity to control me from this connection. These videos need to go ahead and get circulated. People need to start making people aware of my YouTube station so people can watch these videos and learn from them. It's the only good I can do. I was in shock for like 2 years. They basically walked my body around pregnant and everything, tortured me severely to the point of they'd put me in labor and then pull me out, put me in labor and then stop it. They did it in a roundabout the entire pregnancy. They're pretty sick. They're not pro-life at all.